What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot Facebook Live. Today's topic is going to be the Godfather of Nu Metal, because there seems to be a whole bunch of different people saying a whole bunch of different things. So here we go with that.
Oh no! Oh boy! Ah, here it comes! The motherfucking Loud Spot!
All right, guys, welcome to our Thursday Facebook. You know, I need to share this to my actual Facebook page also.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Do that right now.
It's so quick that sometimes you just lose it, and then you never see it again.
Yeah, we're live. We can do whatever we want.
We're down in the feed. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm sharing to the crew.
You're gonna share it to the crew. Okay, Sam, you share it to the crew. I share it to my personal page. And hopefully we get some conversation going on here. And Diego has a Discord, he says right here.
I do?
Yeah, I do. Discord channel here. You can copy that link and paste it to wherever you want. Okay. Godfathers of Nu Metal. Now, we had a show where, Diego, you did say Limp Bizkit, which I disagreed with that.
Here we go.
I completely disagree with that. I think because they're like more like the hip hop rap metal.
I didn't say they were the Godfathers. I said they were the ones that solidified the era. So they were the jump off. No, I have a completely different answer, and I have two different lists as well.
Okay.
This. I mean, after all, I am the nu metal messiah. I have to do what I have to do to get by today. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I literally got named that. I might as well go ahead and but I'm not starting this off. Kyler's going to start this off.
No, Kyler doesn't know the answer.
I know. I just
okay, he's going to say like Metallica or like AC/DC.
Michael Jackson.
Nirvana. I have the shirt. Okay.
Go up about 6 more years. Yeah.
Okay, old man. Okay.
Okay. Somebody said, I forgot on what we're gonna start with this. Somebody said, and hello, Robert, Robin John YouTube joining us on the live. Okay. Somebody said, I don't know if it was on TikTok or Facebook Reels or fucking wherever. Somebody said Beastie Boys.
Oh.
I disagree 100% with Beastie Boys.
110%. That different is a whole different.
How could somebody think that the Beastie Boys was even related to nu metal?
I think maybe
they hang out with me.
A miscommunication of rap, rock, and then not nu metal. Not even close.
I would say okay, so going back to Limp Bizkit, I would say Beastie Boys more paved the way for a band like Limp Bizkit. Not the same style of music, but still
I get you. I'm with you.
Beastie Boys was also more punk rock.
Yeah,
they did a lot of punk rock, and they had that song "Girls," Girls, and then they had and then
Sabotage.
Listen, all of y'all, yeah. What was one of their latest albums before they wind up? Because one of the guys, I think, passed away.
He did, yeah.
Remember that Intergalactic Planetary? That's not nu metal at all. That is more.
It's very New York influenced hip hop.
There you go.
With some guitar, like I don't even know. Like I don't even know what you would categorize. Beastie Boys are just the Beastie Boys, right? They're in a whole different category, and definitely not nu metal.
No. I want to apologize. Sam is popping in and out. He has really bad Wi-Fi right now. So if he's not saying anything, that's the reason why. He's probably can't really get into the conversation, but he's there just in case it does clear up. Like sometimes it does clear up for him. Sam, we're talking about your Wi-Fi, and sometimes it clears up, and sometimes something. You never know if it's going to work or
That's
not.
why I haven't said shit all night.
I know. That's why I'm just sitting there. I was like, I know he has something to say, but we can't be able to hear him anyways. I did hear that, though. I heard that. That. All right, so Diego.
Yeah.
There has to be more than just one Godfather, right? Is there more than one Godfather?
No, there's one Godfather. There's one Godfather in nu metal. There's just one, and it's Korn, and it's not even close. It's Korn. It's not even close. Now, in my opinion, a lot of other things band from Korn in that time.
Yeah.
That's why I say I got two different lists. So from Korn, you have the just down the road in San Diego, POD, same time they come up. And then up in our neck of the woods, you got the Deftones. Those are the three. Those are the three. They started it. Deftones
POD came out way after Korn, though.
No, dude. So POD's first album was in '93 when they were going by Payable on Death. And they had I can't remember the name of the first album, but then they come out with Brown. And that was like years ahead of its time. Then they come out with Fundamental. When they come out with Fundamental Elements of Southtown, that's when POD, everybody thought, they were brand new in 99, 2000. They started back in 93. They were around.
Can they be a Godfather if they weren't already famous? I guess maybe, right? Because they didn't influence anybody if no one really heard them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's my alternate list. That's my opinion list. I know because I've talked to the POD boys and Sonny hates it. Marcos is not a big fan of being, they don't hate it. They just don't see themselves as nu metal. Deftones hate it. Very open about it.
You know why Deftones doesn't like it? Because they think if you're called nu metal, eventually you're going to be old, right? Old. But to me, nu metal spelled NU, and I think it's just a genre, not necessarily new. Because I read an article where I think Deftones, particularly Chino, was talking about they didn't want to be classified as nu metal.
Yes, Chino is the main pusher of he hates it. Like he does not want them. And that is one of the bigger reasons why they have never toured with Papa Roach. And I mean, like never, ever. I don't think they've ever toured with Papa Roach.
Papa Roach?
They've never toured with Papa Roach.
Like they're neighbors, dude.
I know. No, I know they grew like I guess we could say it. We all grew up in the same area at the same time. But Papa Roach and Deftones have never toured together. And it's because of Papa Roach goes that way. Deftones goes this way, and it's just they're very different yet the same.
But that's kind of silly though. It's almost like because Deftones, I'm pretty sure, has toured with Korn.
They toured with Korn. They did Family Values back in the day, but they haven't since. Though there was a time after White Pony come and gone for Deftones. That was it. Not to mention Cheese passing, and then they've been through a couple different members here and there. They kind of retooled Deftones a little bit after White Pony to when Chino started experimenting more with his voice and they started sounding a little bit different. And Steph, they had that one album where Steph didn't play as much lead guitar, which almost broke them up again. And then here we are with their new album that sounds different from everything else. So that's a big reason why I think Deftones don't like to be in it. Plus you got Chino. He's a voice. Chino is the voice of our era, though. I will say, whether he loves that or hates that.
Okay, so I'll say this, and Sam was just doing good on Wi-Fi. I was about to bring him in to say something. Now he's glitchy again.
He's glitching again.
But I was going to say this. So I was never, ever, until the last 5 years, a Deftones fan.
Earmuffs. He can hear you. Hush, he can hear you.
No,
he can hear you.
What happened was, and I don't know why, I like that. I did like a couple of their songs. I like their Back to School song. I thought it was pretty cool. I like some of their faster stuff, but their slower stuff. When I was younger, I didn't care for. I wanted fast punk, fast metal, in your face, just screaming.
I don't know if from day one. I've been a Deftones fan from day one.
A lot of people are though. Most people love them, but to me, I was like, now I appreciate their music way more. If Deftones even came on the show, I would let them know. I didn't like you guys when I was 20 years old. I love you now.
So last year I did my meet and greet with them, and you would talk about not remembering my name, where I was at, what I had said, if I had clothes on, their name, their band name. I couldn't do it. And then finally I calmed down and I was like, how is you? That's the one band. That's the one band. Everybody, I've done POD. Papa. I've met Papa Roach. All of that.
We've all met Papa Roach, though. I think everyone right here has.
In a very
Sebastian was in the music video. I'm just kidding.
Right? A lot of my friends were in the music video.
I was gonna say those were his boys.
Shot in Sacramento. I couldn't leave school because I couldn't get a ride. I couldn't get a ride to school. But Jerry did give me and my buddy Evan a ride to their concerts. at 3 Oaks. So they live in the same apartment complex. You know, Papa Roach from Vacaville. So
See, look, blah. Yep, let it
Kyler,
out.
what was your, and I'm sure it's not gonna be nu metal. What was your favorite band? If you can think of a rock band from right after you graduated.
Offspring.
Who?
Was that rock? Offspring.
They're in there. They're
the Offspring.
Yeah.
That was the first concert I went to. I crowd surfed. I was so cool.
The Offspring was a
I
band.
caught you off guard.
No, that did catch me off guard. Actually,
Yeah,
I didn't expect you to say Offspring. I thought you were gonna say like Korn.
Oh my god, I loved Offspring. You can ask my brother. I had their CD and I played it on repeat. I loved the whole album.
If we can get Sam's input in here, if he doesn't glitch up on us, I'd want to know his answer to the nu metal question. And Robert said, nope, he's off again. Robert says Korn come out in 93. And that was, what was 89. That? Was that what the Adidas song?
Technically 89. Yeah. Technically Korn came out in 89 as
89
as LAPD. That was before Jonathan. It was the whole band.
But see, Korn sounded different back before they were considered nu metal. Their sound changed.
They did from the time they got Jonathan to when they didn't have him, because Jonathan was in another band, and then they're
from Bakersfield, right?
They're from Baco, yeah.
What are all these cool bands from California, man?
Bro, it started the era. Like it started that was like, we didn't know it when we were younger, but I remember. So I remember my worst best Korn story I have is that so my uncle was like significantly younger than my dad, so like he was like the baby, and like so me and him bonded because we were kind of close in age, about but he was that uncle, right? He was that uncle all the time, sneaking shit, whatever, not that I ever did anything before I was of the age. I'm just saying, if I did,
of course not.
My Uncle Matt was the guy, right? So he went to go see Tom Petty, and he wanted to take me with him, and my mom said no because she's a drag, and they wouldn't let me go, so I didn't get to go. And it was gonna be at the Shoreline, out the Shoreline in Mountain View. And so, which you guys know, if you know Shoreline, that's where else you're gonna go to see a fucking show like that. So it was Tom Petty, and that was it. He come back the next day, and he's like, "So Tom Petty was awesome, but there was this band. Their name was Korn. They spell it with a K." And I remember we were like, "What?" He's Korn. He's like, "It's the future." And we were like, "All right, Uncle Matt, whatever, bro. Have another beer before you clock in, homie." And
he wasn't lying.
It wasn't even weeks later they started playing them on KOME, when KOME was the rock station back then. Then they played them on KSJO, and then boom. Blind hit, and then it was over. That was a wrap. But Korn, Korn's the Godfathers. Korn's the Godfathers. I say Limp Bizkit.
I say Offspring.
Embraced it. Limp Bizkit embraced it for the fact of.
Well, Limp Bizkit came on a little afterwards, but that was kind of they were probably influenced. Well, Limp Bizkit also went on Family Values tour. I'm trying to find out how to get to your reels. I can never figure this out on Facebook. I always find it on accident. Here we go, reels. Okay,
because Korn found Limp Bizkit, sort of, kind of.
Okay.
Fred was tattooing Fieldy. Gave him his demo.
So someone said Static X.
No.
Static X isn't even nu metal. Static X to me is like Power Man 5000, which is
like
that
progressive
Rob
hard,
Zombie.
Yeah.
No, it's like goth metal. No, they're Static X isn't goth metal.
They're power rock. They got
the electronics in the background.
Yeah, I don't know what you would call that, but they're definitely not nu metal. They were in the era, but I mean.
All right, so Rage Against the Machine, I say no to that.
No, I also say, I say nay.
Okay, and here's someone I put in the same boat as Limp Bizkit as far as when they kind of came out. This is more to me, hard rock turned soft rock would be Stained. I don't think Stained was ever really nu metal. They're like Stained's like to me like Godsmack. Godsmack's not nu metal, right? They're just hard. They're hard rock.
They're Stained and Godsmack both are like known as like top 10 best nu metal.
Godsmack is too.
Yeah, bands, but only because I mean they come out in that era. They got hot in that era. Was
Godsmack was before Korn, weren't they?
No,
they're all great gym playlist artists. I love it.
Yeah. Okay,
that's my input.
Like Godsmack.
Thanks,
I don't know exactly, but Godsmack was years after. But So the one thing that aggravates me, and I guess this is where I come in with this is where I say Limp Bizkit, right? It's not the Godfather, but Limp Bizkit solidified nu metal. And they also killed it. Let's be honest. They also kind of killed it, even though we're in that era again. The one that everybody puts at the very tippity top of the list is Linkin Park. I love Linkin Park. Don't get me wrong. But Linkin Park and then Slipknot, number 2. Linkin Park and Slipknot were not nu metal.
Slipknot's not nu metal.
No.
I mean, look, okay.
Here we go. You hear him like rubbing the freaking chainsaw?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna fucking piss you. I don't care. I'm not whenever Linkin Park comes on the radio, I change the station. I have 0 Linkin Park songs on my phone. I don't care for their music. They're great musicians, blah, 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 whatever. Not my thing. I'm not a big fan of Linkin Park. I know Chester is no longer with us. Rest in peace. I just never was a huge fan of Linkin Park. I think I was for like a little bit when they first came out, but I kind of got over it.
I was the early, yeah, I love the early Linkin Park, but then by the 4th album, I was like, what are we doing? They're going off in a different direction, but now I think they're a lot more just like nostalgia because Chester passed and the way he passed and when he passed. And it's just like, they just released this year, March of this year, the 20th anniversary or whatever of, it's not Minutes to Midnight, but Meteora. And it really rekindled that whole, how badass they were in that era. I mean, they were the ones, along with Limp Bizkit and Korn, selling out the arena, and Slipknot too. But
you think they'd ever come back and do a concert and find another replacement for Chester, or you think it's impossible?
I think it's impossible to find Chester's replacement, but I do think they could go, and I do think they're going to. Like, I've read little snippets here and there of, like, Mike Shinoda has said some things and stuff and things about it. Yeah, Robert's correct. It is possible. It's impossible.
No, it's impossible. Yeah,
Chester. It's impossible. There's not going to be another Brian Johnson to. I can't think of AC/DC's original singer.
I don't know.
But that's a 1 in a million. You're never gonna go from that to. There's not another Chester. The closest one to Chester was Chris Cornell.
Right.
So I mean,
I love how Kyler was so vocal earlier in our interview with Bob Becker. And by the way, we interviewed Bob Becker, who's selling Fearless Records and now in Thriller, and signed a bunch of cool bands like Motionless in White and Plain White.
Cool.
And now Kyle has like nothing to say. She's like,
no, you know what I want to say? Do you want to hear what I want to say?
Yeah, I do.
So I love the memo where we're all in black. But I fucking hate my hat. Like, I have to be on the bottom and I have no hat. You guys are matching and leaving me out.
We got to see, well, I don't.
You guys did it again, but at least I phoned in and wore the black. So I'm not wearing like pink.
Well, I don't see you wearing a hat. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you wear hats?
Why? I wear hats.
When?
Well,
not on the show because I'm not part of the cool team.
If you wear a hat, then you loosen up the glue and the hair slips.
That probably is smart. Remember, my head gets big. Keep it down. Like, let's go. Maybe shut her up. Just
won't that like if the wig gets too heated, doesn't that do something?
No, this shit is on good. She sewed it on this time. Just got to tap it out.
She didn't even question it. She just
it's Bobby pinned on there fantastically.
So I found this random ass. I don't even know. I'm not going to say the website because I don't know it. I just clicked on it, but their top 15, I disagree with all over the board. Over the board on this. Okay. We want to roll with it? Number 15, Alien Ant Farm.
No.
Fuck, it was a good band.
What's the countdown? Nu metal?
Yeah, this is top 25, actually. I didn't know how far.
Your
you want me to go all the way to 25?
Already wrong.
You want me to go all the way to 20? So we'll start at 25.
No, we'll start at 15. No, okay, 25.
Yeah, because these ones, some of these other 10 are just get out of my face.
Okay.
Crazy Town, get out of
top
here.
15 from some random website.
Yeah, top 15. Here we go. Number 15, Alien Ant Farm. Number 14, you're breaking my heart right now, Fredo. Deftones.
Hold on. I want to go back to Alien Ant Farm.
Yeah.
Not nu metal at all. More on the lines of the Offspring kind of style of alternative music.
Yeah, very, very towing the line. Especially that one song, Movies. That could have easily been a Newfound Glory song.
Yes. Nu Metal. No, okay. What was 14? Was Deftones?
Yeah,
14 a lot higher.
Yeah, you got to put them a lot higher. You got to put them in the top 3. I'm sorry. Number 13. R.I.P. Dave Williams, Drowning Pool. That could have been a thing.
Coulda,
shoulda.
I agree with that. They were Nu Metal. He did die. How did he die? Like, wasn't he like drunk and?
I don't. No. I think he had a heart. I think he had a heart thing or something.
Oh, is that how he died? Oh,
yeah. It was very tragic and very oh my gosh. And then on top of him passing, and then bodies come out right before 9/11, and it was a recipe for disaster for that band. They never really got the shine they deserved. Number 12, Limp Bizkit. I think that's dreadfully low.
I'm sponsored the group's tour bus in his bunk, tour manager and guitar tech. The band, it didn't like say, he was just unresponsive. So.
Yeah.
I was trying to read and I was kind of mumbling it real fast.
Hold on. Diego does all this quietly and your ADD ass is like, I need to read the words.
He reads and he talks. I've caught on to that. I speak and I'm just like, 14.
You have to okay, what?
Number 12 is Limp Bizkit, and I can already tell you this list. They must hate Limp Bizkit because they got to be in the top 5.
I don't know, man.
Just for Godfathers of the movement.
Let me hear the rest of it first.
I'm not saying greatness. I'm just saying of the movement, if that's what we're talking about.
Okay, because that's okay. I was listening to them when I was still in high school with Nookie, and I mean, $3 bill. Sure. Yeah, okay.
For sure. Right. Number 11, Rage Against the Machine. I think they go a little lower. They can go a little lower. Number 10, Godsmack. I would. I don't know. 10 Godsmack, I guess. I don't know. It's one. I'm with you. Like Godsmack.
I'm struggling, dude. I'm struggling with this.
Number 9, Breaking Benjamin. They showed up late to the party.
They did. Yeah. They did, but they were kind of the new metal-y.
Yep. Number 8. Nobody talks about this band. Incubus, another one that's been around forever.
I like Incubus.
You know why though? Because Incubus had the first album, the Science album, and before they were kind of more jazzy, hard, right? But then after their song with whatever that fucking big hit was, they went super soft.
Yeah, well, yeah, because after what was the album before? So that was that album. I know what you're talking about with Pardon Me on it, Little Nicky soundtrack, all that shit. I can't remember the name of that album. And then the next one, they went soft with Morning View. Morning View was the next album after the Pardon Me album. Was that album called Pardon Me?
I don't think it was called Pardon Me.
I don't think it was.
That was a good album though.
That was a great album.
The best Incubus album. Well, the Science album was the best Incubus album.
I like the one after that. Science was, good. Here's where I know this list is full of shit. You ready? Number 7, Korn.
You get more people saying Korn than anyone else.
Number 6, Papa Roach.
Nah.
Number 5, Evanescence. You cannot put Evanescence over Korn and Papa Roach. I'm sorry.
No, you cannot. No.
This one is the one right here, though. Number 4, Disturbed. Get out of my house. Get out of my house. Leave my milk. Don't touch me.
You and your milk. The milk's always going. Someone's got to get the milk.
I don't particularly like milk, but that's just something I quote as don't touch my milk.
Okay. I'm going to buy you milk for your next birthday.
Don't touch it, though, after you give it to
I'm not.
Don't touch it after you give it to
I don't want to touch your milk.
Number 3, System of a Down. Number 2, Slipknot. Number 1, Linkin Park.
No.
I have problems with that.
What website's that?
That is called musicgrowto.com.
Yeah, they fucking suck.
You guys come talk to us. Come on the show. Let's talk about this.
Hey, we'll talk about it like grown adults.
And this isn't an old list either. This was last updated May 15th, 2023. That was like 2 weeks ago.
That is, dude. Okay.
Hey, don't talk about it. Be about it. Call him out. Do it.
I would put Papa Roach. I wouldn't even put him in I wouldn't even put them in the top 10.
I would for Papa Roach. I would put them I think I'd put them 9, 10, 8, 9, 10 somewhere.
Yeah, I could maybe agree. Agree with that.
I think they have to be in the top 10.
I'm definitely Incubus. They wouldn't be. They're not top 10 though, right?
No, I don't think Incubus is top 10. I just think they're not mentioned a lot ever. But
notice POD's not mentioned.
POD's not in even the top 25, which kills me because it's because they're secular, right? They're secular music technically.
Christian.
Yeah.
Still, it doesn't matter.
No, okay. I would take it back. They're number 21 on this list.
Oh,
Too low. They're number 21 below Crazy Town at 20.
I wouldn't put Crazy Town shouldn't even be Crazy Town shouldn't even be on there, and POD should be above Papa Roach.
And Seven Dust is way too low.
Seven Dust should definitely be on there. Dude, Non-Point should be on there.
I know Non-Point.
I found the writer of this. We won't call him out, but I want to try to get this guy on.
Okay, how about a band, Kyle? You may not know them, but Diego, Head PE.
Head PE, they belong in there probably in the list of the top 25.
Yeah, at least. Maybe they weren't big enough to make the list. Maybe they but Head PE is big to me. I mean, I like them
for the genre. Like we're talking about nu metal. There were so many bands, but there were only a few juggernauts. And then I think they get desperate trying to throw Linkin Park in there. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying I don't think they were ever nu metal. Maybe 2 albums.
Maybe a couple songs.
Yeah, same thing with Slipknot. It's just they came out at the same time.
And Slipknot to me is not nu metal. That's just straight metal.
That's just straight metal. That's straight
nu metal is different than regular. I mean, there is a difference, a slight difference in the style. Okay, Kyler, what is your favorite genre of music?
What do you think? Go ahead.
R&B.
Country.
Not country. R&B.
R&B. Yeah, like R&B, hip hop, baby making music, rap, gangsta.
I hate baby making music. It's so
I love baby making music.
God, I do not.
It soothes my soul. I get ready to it. That's like how you feel good. Like when you're like, okay, like
you know, ready for what? Just getting ready for work. You're getting ready for
life.
Like, Diego, have you ever been like, let's hook up to I know you're married and shit, but let's just say you weren't. Are you gonna play some freaking Boys to Men? Or
yeah,
I'm ready. Are you gonna skip music altogether?
Let's
yes, you put that on. You light candles. You listen and do as they say. They let you men know how.
I come to pick you up, and I'm like, Sebastian, we're gonna go play. There's these teenagers down here. They're talking shit. Get your pickleball rackets. We're going to go. And then you get in my car and I'm like, let's get pumped up. And ain't nothing wrong with a little bumping grind. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Get that pickleball.
I'm ready to get out of the car and play pickleball.
Yeah. As the car's driving.
Hey, we're here. We're here. We're just going to set up a net right here and just play.
Right here.
Blasting Genuine Pony. Yeah.
Ooh.
What's this?
When did new R&B music?
That's why you know all the singers.
I mean, that was a good mix era. The nu metal and it had the best era of rap. It had the best era of R&B.
Well, that's because we're from that generation, though, right? So when did R&B would you say Boys to Men was like we have nu metal with our Korn? Would Boys to Men have been part of the stepping change in R&B music?
I think so, because you go from Keith Sweet to
Keith Sweat. That's when we're standing dancing like this, and the guys got excited.
I was today years old when I knew it was, I thought it was Keith Sweet because I was like, damn, that's I want that name. I'm gonna rename myself that. Diego Keith Sweet.
No, because he makes it sweat. Get it? It's even better. Keith Sweat.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Yeah. But remember there was All for One?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They were the Boys to Men generation.
Yeah, so Boys to Men had to be that for the R&B.
Earlier
Robert Seven Dust was way down on this gentleman's list. I think they were 22 to be exact. Yeah, but Seven Dust, underrated band, just wherever, not even nu metal, just to this day, Seven Dust underrated. Amazing.
I do think some of those R&B songs from back in the day, like with Genuine and Usher.
How about Cisco, the thong song?
I was gonna say Cisco. You gotta throw Cisco in there.
Yeah.
Did boy bands derail R&B? Did they slow it down just a little bit?
Did they?
I think so.
I don't think so.
I think so. Think about that era. Think about O-Town and NSYNC.
Those
are more pop though, right?
Those are pop. That's not R&B.
They kind of crossed over though a little bit.
They did. They did, because you got to think about it. What were you dancing to at prom? You weren't dancing to Boys to Men.
I don't think
I was dancing to 112, and that's a band. Anywhere, anytime. But that's a boy band.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. Point. Yeah. Yeah, 112, O-Town, 98 Degrees. Is this chicken or
You
is
go on all the white boy ones. Look at you. I see what kind you like.
Well, I mean, most of them were though. It's Boys to Men all for one.
Yeah.
Okay. How many black are like bands, like boy band types, were there?
There was a lot. Think about
like boy band types.
You can't say Bone Thugs and Harmony because that was rap.
Yeah.
Why would I say Bone Thugs and Harmony?
I'm just trying to think of.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of boy groups that are not white. That's what I'm trying to think of.
It'd be Boys to Men. Boys to Men were they were first.
There were Puerto Rican boy bands. I'll tell you that.
Bullshit. Well, yeah, there was.
That could be your avenue.
Manu though.
Ricky Martin. That's right. He was in Manu though.
Manu though. Yeah.
I forgot.
More than just a delicious dish. The greatest boy band of our generation.
Manu's so good.
What other boy bands could you think? I mean, besides Jodeci and Boys to Men, I don't know.
Was Arrested Development, was that a boy band?
I don't know.
They did that. They had that Tennessee song. Take me to another place. You know what I'm talking about? You remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't. If I heard it, I probably would.
Yeah.
You just did. He sang it.
Yeah.
I know, but if I actually heard it like the song,
it was pretty close.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyone that watches this, that's watching later on, because everyone just left our show. We're gonna say this. If you want to give your 2 cents on either who started nu metal, which I think we covered a lot of it, disagree or agree with either what I said or what Diego said, what the website said, or if you want to talk about boy bands and who started the new R&B era, maybe someone we're not thinking of. I did like Mark Morrison, A Return of the Mac. Oh, dude, you know what? Color Me Bad's from Oklahoma.
Are they really?
Yep. And in fact, the singer got really big and owns like a tire shop on the south side of OKC. Not even lying. I used to see him at McDonald's. I think him and his ex-wife would like exchange their daughter, like custody, at the McDonald's on the south side of Oklahoma City. Because he'd be there all the time.
I like McDonald's.
I like that. So we could transition because that's what this show is about. We got a few more minutes, don't we?
Let's go.
Yeah. So it kind of. So we won't go childhood. We'll go of all time because it's very publicized that we're all from the same damn area. So I mean, still though, I mean, we're so like that's a big area. What was your like number one? Grew up down the road, and it was kind of like, yeah, dude, we know that's who that is. Like you would see, like what you just said. I'm pretty sure they were exchanging children.
And I don't want to get sued by the guy from Color Me Bad. That's what it looked like to me. I don't know if it's true or not true.
He said, whoa.
You did gain a little bit of weight, brother. But that's okay. Maybe he lost it all by now. I don't know.
What a dick.
If I see you, don't punch me, brother. Okay. All right. Let's get him on the show.
Punch him.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I did like I want to sex you up. Okay. All right. Now back to what was your question, Diego?
What was like the most like, I don't know, celebrity musician or not that you lived around and everybody's like, oh my God. And you're like, yeah, that's just Dave, man. I don't know why I said that. Cause I knew like, I didn't even mean that. That was
I would say, to me, it would be Papa Roach.
That's why I did. That's why I just said. I didn't mean to say Dave. I just said Dave. Yeah,
dude, I reached out to Dave Buckner too on Instagram.
Yeah,
and he has not even read my message. I don't think he will. But also, Jerry Horn, the guitar player, lived next door to my guitar player for our band, Evan, who's does the art for the show. He would give us rides to their concerts at the community center. Tobin was the bag boy at the local grocery store. He's their bass player. I never really saw Jacoby. Jacoby was kind of just, I'd only see him like leaving high school and he was screaming in a megaphone to come to this concert. I'm like stopping traffic and shit. He was kind of nuts. But I mean, that's crazy young. But I would see, Tobin at the grocery store, Jerry, because he was next door. I would see Dave. My parents and his parents were really good friends. So Papa Roach was really the only one that we'd see. And then when they got famous, it's like, you didn't see him anymore.
Yeah.
They never came back into town. Or you would at the bar sometimes.
Mine was a split between MC Hammer and Jose Canseco.
I met Jose Canseco.
Yeah, like I've seen Jose Canseco more times than I've seen my own dad growing up. Yeah. Like Canseco lived just down the road from me somehow, some way in San Jose. I seen him in public. One time I seen him on one of the many times he was on the news in his Ferrari with his blonde girlfriend, like watched him physically Yeah.
Beat the shit out of her.
He was raging.
He dated some lady, like a friend of a friend here in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, Canseco's he's a legend of the Bay Area for no reason whatsoever. And then MC Hammer, I think I went to school with one of his kids somehow, some way, but he he had that big ass mansion in Fremont, and so like somehow we went to Independence High together. I think we either went to Independence or James, like one of the two.
You would think he'd go to private school. Well, MC Hammer went broke, I think, for a little bit.
Yeah, at that time, by that time, MC Hammer was
that would suck to like make it so famous and then goes broke.
Yeah.
Hey, but YOLO, he probably had hella fun while he went broke. He spent a lot of money really fast.
Either. Like he got back on track.
I think when you're that big as he is, I think it's probably not too hard to straighten your shit out a little bit. Because he went gospel or like super religious, didn't he?
Something. He went something. Yeah. I'm not really sure.
You read articles and you never really know what's true or not true.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Kyler, before we get off here, how's the dating pool going for you?
Nah,
let's talk about something you want to talk about for a second.
I can't talk about the dating thing. It's actually kind of changed.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Yeah. So you have to stay tuned. I don't know yet. I don't want to say anything. It's not nothing, but it's definitely show worthy because it's not feet pictures. It's not conventional dating. It's something like I definitely should be on a movie because I'm. Yeah.
Is this guy make movies? Are you trying to convince him to put you in one of his movies?
Are you a mail order bride?
No.
Are we gonna see you on? Are we gonna see you on Love After Lockup?
No.
Yep, that means
you hesitated on that one. Holy shit!
Love After Lockup.
I just applied the other day, so please stay tuned.
Guess we'll find out. All right, guys, let's get out of here. I'm gonna end the show. Stay right there till afterwards. Peace out. Rock on. Much love.
This is the Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does Nothing Short of Tragic have us back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. Our pimp host has to pimp show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.